as usual, first cup of coffee has 2 tablespoons of half and half in it. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. My week is kind of off. A nice cold, dreary morning. I cannot wait until the sun is starting to peek out at 6:30 in the morning. It'll be so nice. I'm just like over cold and winter. Yesterday when we left for the doctor's appointment, it was 32 degrees. I know it's still winter, I know, but I'm tired of it. I just am. So I had some time. I'm ahead of schedule. How often do we hear that come out of my mouth? Never. Never. So I was going to do some meal planning, but then I thought, you know what? I get that question asked so much. How do you meal plan? How do you find your recipes? How do you find keto-friendly recipes? So I'm just going to show you guys kind of my process that I do every week when it comes to meal planning. I'll do some screen recordings. I'll probably do them later. I'm not going to do them while I'm talking to you because I have to pay attention to all the recordings and all that. But I'm going to do some screen recordings that I'll put up here on the screen. Let me kind of off-center myself a little bit so that way I can like put it right here. So I just want to kind of go over how I meal plan. First, let me show you. I'm looking at my coffee here. I got my Bones coffee order yesterday. Actually, I think it came in Monday, but I just was not going down to the mailbox. So they have a brand new flavor. This is sea salted caramel mocha. This is the salty siren. I love the packaging more than anything. So I tried this last night. This stuff is legit, you guys. It is sweet though, just so you know. I next time will probably not put as much sweetener as I normally put in a regular cup of coffee because it is sweet. But it has all the flavors. I'll be curious to hear what others think because I feel like I'm always saying, oh, I love this one, and people don't like it. So taste is subjective, definitely, as you all know. But this has all of it. The caramel, the salt, the mocha. Probably not as much of the salt as I would like because I love anything like salted chocolate or salted caramel. But this is good. This is really good. So I'll be curious to hear, like I said, I'll be curious to hear what others think. But anyway, yes, the salty siren. So I got one of these. What I got was a sample pack. I just used your guys' referrals, which I appreciate so much. And just so you know, the first time you order coffee, you can sign up for their referral program too. It's not just for influencers or, you know, anything like that. It's anybody can have their referral program. So you just sign up for it. It'll be like on the screen. And then it'll give you a code that you can give to your friends and family, and then they can save $5, and you get the points where you can save money. So that's how I do it, is from your guys' referrals. So as usual, the referral link will be down below. Another one that I hear so many people rave about, and I hear Aaron and Nassim talk about this one, and that is the blueberry. So I kind of put off ordering this until I heard so many people say they like it. Anybody who drinks Bones coffee, like there's things on Instagram that people I watch, and then and so far Erin has been on point with everything she tells me, except for I like the red velvet. She doesn't like that. Anyway, the blueberry. So like I said, I kind of hesitated because it just seemed weird. Blueberry coffee, weird, right? But I'm gonna try this one today, so we'll try it together. Another new to me flavor is the high voltage. So this is just a regular coffee, but it's double the caffeine. So I just bought the sample pack. I have a feeling I'll like it and I want to order the bigger one. But because I do like to have plain coffee once in a while, which is usually my first cup of coffee in the morning. Usually it's my plain coffee, but you know, every once in a while I like to have just some plain coffee. And I thought if their other coffee is so good, I bet their plain coffee is just as good. So it's high voltage, double the caffeine. Another new to me flavor is French vanilla. I can never resist vanilla, so I've been wanting to get this one for a while. And then I just repurchased Frankenbones because I absolutely love it. And the last one, I don't know what happened to it. Somebody drank it all and I didn't get any. So Frankenbones, this is the chocolate hazelnut. Okay, so I don't want to have this be too long. There's 3 places that I look for recipes, 3 main places every single week. I own only 3 cookbooks for keto. One of them is the Southern Keto Cookbook that I actually got off of Amazon. I typically don't order cookbooks the physical versions because they're usually more expensive. I don't have a lot of room to keep them, but in this case, it was having a mega sale. And so I went ahead and picked it up, and I have it, and I love it. And I'm glad I actually did pick up the physical version. And then I have 2 digital keto. I have the one from Erica over at Time to Shrink, and then from Amanda over at Keto Ginger. So I will have both of those linked down below, as well as the Southern Keto Cookbook. So I do look at those at cookbooks, but you do not have to purchase a cookbook to find recipes for keto. You do not, you guys. If you don't have the money to do it, you don't have to do it. So cookbooks, of course, is, you know, a place that you can go. Another place is Pinterest, which I know people get very, very overwhelmed with Pinterest, but it is such a great resource. And then another place is Instagram. So a lot of you may not know this about Instagram. When you go into Instagram, and I'm gonna kind of do it right here on my iPad. When you go into Instagram and you go to the search thing, again, I'm gonna do a screen recording. You can search for tags. So there's certain tags I search for. There's like, and you can follow these tags so that way they show up in your Instagram feed, which is what I do. So I subscribe to quite a few tags. Some of the ones that I subscribe to very quickly, and you can go into your following to see who you follow. You can also see which tags you follow. So like low carb lifestyle, keto friendly, keto lunch, keto dinner, keto products, keto lifestyle, keto comfort foods, low carb diet, lazy keto, budget keto. So there's a ton of them. Now you can go to these particular hashtags from that following area, and then you can look through them. Or if you're not already following those, you can just go to the search. So if you go to the search and you can just type in keto recipes, go to tags, type in keto recipes, and there's going to show you all the ones that people have tagged their recipes. They have the top ones and the recent ones. I like to go to the recent ones first because those are ones that have just been recently posted. The top ones are typically sometimes the same ones over and over again, and they're top because people have liked them. So it's really the same ones that I've seen a lot, but I do peruse that area as well. But I do go into the recent a lot. So say I go through here and I see one that looks interesting, I'll pull it up, kind of read about it if it looks like something that, you know, I may be interested in trying, you know, if it's not like a you know, already a restaurant one. Although sometimes the restaurant ones, you can recreate those. So I'll just go through and I think, okay, this smothered pork chop looks interesting, and then I'll save it. So I don't know if you guys knew you could save. So then I'll save it. And then what I do when I go to do meal planning time, I'll go into my saved posts, and I do have a couple, I do personally have a couple of folders, collections, as you call them, that I had started a long time ago. But anyway, I haven't really been using, I use the all post most of the time. So I'll just kind of go through there and I just go through the ones. Now, if I had tried one and I didn't like it, then I delete it out of there. But if it's one that I really like or I just haven't tried yet, then I leave them in there. So that is one place on Instagram that you can look at. The hashtags are really good because people do tag their posts quite often. So that is Instagram. That's how you can use Instagram to find recipes. Another place than Pinterest. So again, I know people get very overwhelmed with Pinterest. So what I'm going to try to start doing, I have a Facebook page. I have a Facebook group with an old friend of mine when I did Weight Watchers. She does Weight Watchers now. She's always done Weight Watchers. I do keto now. So we still have the group, and we kind of have it as a like non-food specific area where, you know, it's just for support and motivation. But so I don't like to spam my keto stuff over there. And so I do have a keto page for just my YouTube channel. And I have thought about starting up a keto group. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. If you need a place to like support, there's a lot of keto groups on Facebook. And I know sometimes they can be a little like, there can be people in there that get a little upset that you ask the same questions over and over again. So if you guys are interested in a like keto Facebook group to kind of talk and, you know, whatnot, let me know. I would be happy to start one if enough people are interested in, and I would try to keep it up. I may ask for some help, like to help moderate comments and that kind of thing. So what I want to start doing though is if we do the keto group, then I can start putting recipes on there that I find on Pinterest so people don't have to go out to the Pinterest world. Because again, there's a lot of information on there. You know, you click on one thing, like you click on a recipe and then you go to it and it takes you to out of there and takes you to another page. It can be a little overwhelming. But I don't necessarily go on to Pinterest and only type in like keto, because you can really take pretty much any recipe and change it to keto. Now, of course, there's ones that you can't always do that, but there's quite a few that you can change it over there. So like I just first go on to like what it gives me. And of course, it's gonna give me a lot of keto stuff off the start because it goes off by what you look for originally, like, and what you end up with. So it gives me a lot of keto stuff on my main page without me having to search anyway. But sometimes, you know, like there's a lot of stuff on here. But like this one, it says like, marry me chicken. This one does not say keto. I open it up, and as I go into it, like some of the ingredients: olive oil, chicken breast, salt, pepper, thyme, red pepper flakes, chicken broth, heavy cream, sun-dried tomatoes, Parmesan. So it's not labeled as keto, but I don't even have to make a change on that recipe. Like, it is completely keto friendly. I don't have to make any change to that recipe at all. So then I would just save it, and I have a folder called keto recipes. I have a bunch of subfolders in there that I don't always use because at one time I wanted to be super organized on Pinterest, but it didn't always happen that way. Let me see if I can find a recipe that's not necessarily keto friendly. What is this? Keto chicken fajita recipe. Oh, see, it says keto. So I will see if I can find something that, what is this? Pioneer Woman's Best Chicken Breast. Let's see, sour cream, garlic powder, seasoned salt, black pepper, Parmesan, and chicken breast. So again, there's another one. It's not labeled keto, but it's 100% keto. So you don't have to go onto Pinterest and type in keto. I just suggest you go into Pinterest, just see what it shows you on your main page, unless you normally come here for fashion or, you know, organization. Then like me, my front page is just all food. But I do have some fashion stuff here and there and organization stuff. But I mean, there are going to be some things like right here, perfect biscuits every time. Probably not going to be able to make that keto. But, you know, at least for the most part, you really can find a lot of things in here that you can make, you know, keto friendly. I'm seeing a lot of things on here. I kind of wish I was meal planning, but I'm going to do this for you guys. So, anywho, so this is what I have. This is the other place that I go. And Pinterest is probably where I find a majority of my recipes is Pinterest. So I would, like I said, I'll do some recordings on here as I'm talking, and you guys can see, let's see if this chicken piccata one. Oh, sorry, that's my foot. Chicken, olive oil, butter, flour. Okay, here's one that has flour, Parmesan cheese, egg substitute, salt, chicken broth, parsley, hot pepper sauce, lemon juice, garlic cloves. Okay, so it has a half of a cup of all-purpose flour, because on these chicken piccata, if you've ever made chicken piccata before, it has like a kind of a sauce. Easily could substitute, and I would never even use a half of a cup when I used to make chicken piccata. That's a lot of flour for chicken piccata. But anyway, you could just substitute some xanthan gum for that. You don't even need a lot, because it calls for 2 tablespoons of chicken broth. I don't even get this at all. Like, I don't know about this recipe. Just looking at it, I don't feel, oh, well, it has a half of a cup of egg substitute, which is for dredging the, I don't know. I don't know about this recipe, but I haven't made chicken piccata in a long time, so I actually may make that this week. So I'm gonna save that one, play around with the recipe. Sometimes what I do too is I'll save a recipe just because it gave me a good idea, even though the recipe may not be the best one out there, but say I don't have a lot of time to actually go through and find another chicken piccata recipe that I may like. And so I just save that one, so that way when I go back into my Pinterest boards, which I will show you as well as how you go into your Pinterest boards. So when I go into my Pinterest boards, and I just go to pins, because that'll show me my latest pins in the last like few days. That way I don't have to actually go to my boards. But I'll actually go in there and see, you know, I'll see chicken piccata. It's like, oh yes, I wanted to make chicken piccata. So I will go into that recipe and I'm thinking, no, I don't really want to use that recipe. But then it gives me the reminder to go back in and find another chicken piccata recipe that I may like better. You could also jot it down so you're not messing up your Pinterest boards. I have a lot of Pinterest boards. I have a lot of recipes. I do try to delete a recipe though when it's one that was like a fail for me, and I will try to delete them. So anyhow, there you go. That is a 14-minute long explanation on how I meal plan for keto. But I hope you guys found this, like, you know, interesting and helpful. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys do. Like, how do you meal plan? And let's just do an emoji. We need to bring the emoji back. Do they have like a dinner plate or like some sort of like fork and knife or spoon or something, do something that reminds you of meal planning. Give me that kind of emoji down there, or just write it out. But let me know how you guys meal plan. What are your sources, your resources for meal planning? I'm curious. And also let me know, what would you think about a Facebook group? But that is just motivating, place for motivation, a place for support, and you know, all things keto. I'll post recipes, I'll post my videos. I'll try to post just other motivational things. We'll all be there together. We can all talk together. But like I said, I may reach out if we do decide to do this and it gets to be too overwhelming, I may reach out and ask for some help with some moderation. So, okay, let me show you now. It's 6:45. I need to vacuum still, and I need to get my lunch together, and I still need to get dressed. So I will show you guys my food next. Here is what I am packing up to take to work. So if you are new here, I work too far away from my home to come home at lunch, so I have to pack up any food that I want to eat throughout the day. So is this kind of steamy because I put them in the toaster. So these are the peanut butter chaffles that I made in meal prep. They smell so good, and they smelled so good when I just reheated them. So I had them in the freezer, and then I just put them in the toaster and toasted them up, but I don't have time to eat them. So I have 2 of them in here, and I have 2 slices of turkey bacon. I have some syrup here from ChocZero, which I'm almost out of. I have some Lakanto one. It's not my favorite syrup. The Lakanto is not. I love the ChocZero one, but I just heat this up and it makes it a little bit more liquidy. But I'm going to use up the Lakanto one because I don't like to waste food. So anyway, I have 2 of the peanut butter chaffles with the syrup and 2 of the turkey bacon. So this would be my breakfast. I am still finishing up my coffee. For lunch today, I have some of the eye of round steaks that I made in meal prep. And then I have some green beans left over from the family's dinner last night. So that'll be my dinner. And then I'm just going to dip it in some sugar-free ketchup. So that'll be my lunch today. And then say hi to Naseen. And my coffee, I told you guys I'm going to do the blueberry coffee. So that is getting ready to go. And then I'm going to put 1 scoop of the vanilla collagen in there. And then I have a Zip Fizz that I'm going to bring for later. So that is what I am starting my day off with. Dinner tonight is pork chops, so you will see that after this clip. And that'll probably be the last that you'll actually see of me, because this video is already long because of the meal planning stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed that little like how I meal planned clip. I'm going to try to do more of like answering your questions. That I just get that question a lot, and I thought, well, I'll just start answering some of my most frequently asked questions in the videos. That way you guys, you know, can get the information you need, because I answer them in the comments, but then someone else asks, and so that way I can just answer it in a video and kind of put it in the title. That way I can direct you guys to this video. But yes, pork chops for tonight. Tomorrow is breakfast for dinner, and it's almost already the end of the week. So I'm gonna go get dressed. I still need to vacuum, and then I'm gonna pack everything up and head off to work.